Good morning, guys. How are you? Welcome, welcome. 2 minutes past the hour. I will give it another minute, though, for people to jump on. So get your comfy on and get a drink. Welcome, welcome. We are in, once again, better lighting today. Excuse my stuff. But hope you guys are having, a good quarantine, whatever that means to you. Again, we'll just give it another 30 seconds or so. You're welcome, Elaine. Thanks for coming. So this one's today is going to be an energizing core, kind of full core flow. For those who have been wanting some movement, just a few moments. Okay, I think we're good. So go ahead and come to your comfy seat. Good morning, Johanna. So nice to have you. So remember, guys, that today is definitely an energizing flow, but also remember that I have disc bulges. So I'm doing, even though it's going to be faster, it's going to be modified, right? So I'm going to give you the cues to do all of the flows and forward folding, and I will even do it somewhat quickly. But if you have limitations, just go at your own pace, right? Use the cues of my voice, use your own body intuition, use props if you have it. I have my chair here that I'm going to be using the whole time. And then you can just go a lot slower than I go. Maybe if you'll do one flow to hour 2 or 3, things like that. So go ahead and come to your comfy seat. And today I'm actually going to be teaching Ujjayi, which I'm actually surprised I haven't taught yet on this online forum. And because it's something I teach almost every week in my flow classes, but I think I've just been feeling like people need some restoration, like restorative chill time, So what we're diffusing today is a combination of turmeric, ginger, and lemon. I was really feeling this today because turmeric for me symbolizes strength in all senses of the word, of the spice. And it's because turmeric is something I've been using since I was probably a teenager as a capsule to get rid of just like body inflammation, right? So anyone dealing with pain, you don't know where it's coming from, or they always tell you at the doctors, like, you have inflammation and take this, that, and the other thing. Turmeric has been the thing that has helped me. So I now take doTERRA turmeric pills, supplements. They're like double encapsulated, which means they not only have the curcuminoids, which a lot of people are familiar with, but the turmerones, which a lot of people are not familiar with, and the two in tandem make up the entire kind of turmeric root, and it's better for your system. It's better for the inflammation. Now, diffusing it is, you guys know what turmeric smells like, right? So for me, I actually love the smell. It's actually beautiful for your skin. I mix it with skincare, but I'm adding lemon and ginger to give it that uplift, and that just kind of round it out, but also just as like a gorgeous combination for diffusing in the air. So that's what we're doing today. I'll put a link here for those items afterward. So go ahead and come to your comfy seat, whether it's on a seat, whether it's on a chair, whether it's Sukhasana, which means easy pose, your legs are just kind of crisscross applesauce, right? Or hero like I'm on blocks or props. So go ahead today, lift your shoulders up, inhale, exhale, release. You guys can tell I'm doing this flow because my child isn't here, right? It's like, woo, let's go. All right, exhale, relax the shoulders. Good, lift the belly in and up. Deep breath in, exhale, relax the shoulders, and out the mouth, you can let it out. One more time, whatever you need to do, right? Tense things up, which I don't love to do usually, but just get it all out of you. And then as you exhale, drop the shoulders out the mouth. Good. And then as you exhale, we're going to come into this Ujjayi. So it doesn't matter where the arms fall, on your lap or on your thighs or in your lap. And we've been talking a lot about belly breathing, right? But the Ujjayi is something that we do. It's called the ocean sound breath. And so start to breathe through the nose solely. And start to make a very slight constriction in the back of your throat. It's okay if you don't know exactly what I'm talking about right now. Just kind of try it. You might even like cough, and that's a good thing, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Let you have your own experience with it for a sec. So if you do this, that's actually the feeling I want you to just be aware of for a moment. It's the coughing feeling. Now go like this and inhale as if you're fogging up a mirror on an inhale. Kind of catches the breath, right? Now exhale fully into a fog breath. And you should start to feel that constriction I'm talking about. That's all I'm talking about. So as you close the mouth now, try to get that same feeling on the inhalations as well as the exhalations. So try it for a few breaths on your own. It's like fogging a mirror with your mouth closed. And while you're doing that, it's still all the same things I've been teaching you into the belly, right? We're not like lifting harder into the lungs or into the shoulders or into the throat. We're still lifting into the belly, but having this constriction that creates this ocean wave sound. And I want you to slow it down, because I know some of you out there are like trying to get this right? Like start to take 5 counts in of the breath if you can. And then hold it at the top for a moment, and then let the exhale be even longer, maybe 6 or 7. So do a few more on your own. Again, while you're thinking about doing this ocean breath, try to let it just be natural and not think about it too much. Just let it happen. And so the point of this, guys, is to create focus in the body. I did this practice consistently for about 10 years while I was doing Ashtanga yoga. but it's also to create heat from within. So if you have, or you're trying to conserve on heat right now and you're a little chilly in your house today, we are going to heat the body from within. Even if you're not going to do a sweaty practice, right? We're going to heat the body from within. I always felt good about if my house was cold, I was just going to do yoga with Ujjayi breath. And I want you, along with this, to think about your mantra today. So today, for me, again, the reason I chose turmeric oil, ginger, right? And doing this energizing practice, it's all about strength for me today. Now, this is strength in mind. This is strength in body. This is strength in core. Good. Just take one or two more as I just come and put some of this on real quick. And then exhale. Bring your breath back. Take a full inhale into the belly, lifting all the way up with the breath all the way up to the face, the top of the head. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through heart center. Good. We'll begin with one sound of peace, one single Om. Inhale. Good. As you inhale, just release the hands. Go ahead, open the eyes. Release your seat. You can either rock forward or to the side. We're actually going to start all the way up today. So go ahead all the way to standing. Take a moment to get there. I was going to try to have music on today, but I'm failing. So give me 1 second. There we go. Hopefully you can hear this somewhat. Okay, so from here, I hope that's not too loud. Let me just turn it down a little just in case. You're going to inhale from the top of your mat, right? And first things first, I just want you to feel your core. So I want you to feel yourself in place. Root down through the feet. You're going to feel the balls of your feet and the heels of your feet. You're going to lift your toes for a moment, okay? Now, even here, can you guys start to feel the strength coming up your legs? Start to feel the strength coming up your belly. Start to relax the shoulders. Keep that for a moment. Now, with that, you're going to relax the toes. So even though we're keeping all this nice strength coming up our legs, coming up our core, relaxing, we're going to relax our toes now. And keep maintaining that feeling, okay? We're going to try to come back to this a little quick every time we come to the top of our mat. Long spine here. Root down, lift all the way up. As you exhale, you're going to forward fold all the way into Uttanasana. If you need some modification, grab your blocks, grab your chairs, lift and lengthen. Those who are going to down dog from here, plant the hands, step back. Follow me, drop your knees if you need to. Plant your hands, come all the way back to downward facing dog. Good, you're just going to hold it here for a minute while we get used to this upside down position, right? Walking it out just for a moment, right? And then as you inhale, find stillness. We'll come back to this a lot, so we won't linger too long here. We're going to inhale, glide forward, a high plank. Hold this for a moment. Right, I want you to really feel the heels reaching back, the crown of the head reaching forward. Last one, inhale. You can lower down into chaturanga with strength or drop the knees. Keep the elbows in, lower down. Inhale, roll the shoulder back. Little cobra here. And 3, and 2. Exhale all the way up and back to downward facing dog. We're going to take 5 breaths in down dog. Okay, you can always start to drop the heels, or you can come on the balls of your feet. Let the heels lift. So you feel the hips reach up and back. 3 more. And 2. Now those of you who are walking all the way to the top of your mat, just look up ahead, walk or step or flow. The rest of us will drop our knees. Bring our hands up to our hips. Walk one and then walk the other. Good. From here, find that same rooted mountain. Root down, lift all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down, right? Grab your block or chair if you need to. Lift and lengthen those folding into Uttanasana. Plant the hands, step back to down dog, or come to your knees first. Root down, lift all the way back. Good. Once again, staying here just for 3 breaths. Really rooting down. Come always onto the balls of your feet if you need to. Bend the knees, reach back. Inhale, glide forward, high plank. You can drop down chaturanga or drop the knees, elbows in, lower down. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, right? Really relax them. Lift the heart. Maybe you lift a little more than you did last time, right? Even if you have muscles strain in your arms, it's good. It's just building it up. Squeeze in, last one. Inhale. As you exhale, all the way back, downward facing dog or child pose, or of course, puppy. See if you can build up that strength and stay in your down dog. Now you can't hear me breathing as much because I'm doing this all with you while I'm talking my face off. But I want you to continue that Ujjayi breath. Good. Really root down through the hands, reach down through the fingertips. And as you inhale, look up, lengthen, step, hop, or float, or drop the knees. Hands to hips. Step up, step up. Good. Root down here. Lift all the way up. Keep going. I'm just scared this is too loud. I'm just going to lower it. Just wanted you to hear a little bit. Good. Right? Root down. Lift all the way up. Hands just come back to center. And again, root down, lift all the way up. As you exhale, swan dive it forward all the way down to Uttanasana or hands to chair or blocks. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Once you're down there, root down, lift the head, step back to downward facing dog. So good. So last one here, we're going to glide forward into high plank. We're going to hold it for a 3, 2, 1. But then this time, we're going to push back to a downward facing dog. Okay, hold this for a second. 3. You can get comfy, stretch out the back. 2. As you inhale, glide forward, high plank. Once again, hold it for 3. Right? So again, it's like you're in mountain pose. That's why we do that in mountain pose. You're going to stay here, hold it. Right? You're not going to be lifted way up. You're not going to be sagging down. You're going to be right in the middle. Last one. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Just one more, guys. Stick with me. And 2. As you inhale, glide forward, high plank. Right? Again, find your mountain. Feel as if you're stepping on the floor and then reaching to the heavens with the crown of the head. 2 more. Inhale. You can go down to chaturanga or drop the knees. Keep the elbows in. Lower all the way down. Good. Inhale, lift and lengthen. High chair. Lift into your cobra. I'm just going to scooch back a second. And then as you exhale, we're going to lower the forehead down. So go ahead and just lower the forehead down. Rest for a second. Keep the elbows lifted. Good. You're going to start to heel toe the feet together. So heel toe those feet together. The legs are like zipped up really tightly, right? Just zip them straight up. And then as you inhale, the arms actually come face down. So bring the palms face down and then start to lift and lengthen the heart forward. Relax the shoulders. Keep squeezing those legs. Really strong. 3. Keep going. And 2. Good. Exhale. Release it down. Good. Bring your hands to your chest. Root down. Lift all the way up. So good. And then come all the way back. Downward facing dog. Good. Walk out this dog. Walk it out.
Okay, we're going to take an opening hip just because, you know, hips are always tight. Even though we're trying to strengthen today, we're going to plant that left hand. Right knee comes up. Open it up and then open the hip. Stack the right hip on top of the left. If you need to modify this, you're going to drop down to the left knee. You can open the right hip and even drop a forearm down, okay? So go ahead, take 3 more breaths. Your modification. And 2. Now, those of you who are not modifying, you're advanced, you're going to start to come down, bring the hips through, and just step it all the way through into a lunge. I'm going to drop my knees, bring myself back up, right? Always keeping that natural curve in the spine. Bring my right foot forward, tuck the back toe. Now I'm in crescent lunge. Okay, so right hip back. Right? Life for disc bulges doesn't need to end at 37. Good. Actually, my birthday's on Sunday, so I'll be even older. So go ahead, right hip back. That back thigh lifts. Right, so just notice the difference here. When you keep that right hip back and left hip lifted, the left thigh lifted, notice how the hip wants to tweak out, okay? And then if you bring that right hip back and the back knee bends, that's okay. Just notice if you can reach the heel back and push it back more. Maybe it's a little more strength for you. The hands can come up. Or cactus, good. Last 2. Awesome. For those who want to just windmill all the way down and step into plank, go for it. We're going to drop our knees though. Bring our knees back. Now step into plank here. Good. Hold it. 3, 2. As you exhale, you can always come back to down dog or rest. We're going to keep flowing though. Drop our knees. Come all the way down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up. Sorry, down. Roll them back. Hard up. Exhale, down. All the way back. Downward facing dog. So if you need to do that modification, you're going to stay here, tabletop, and lift the left knee. Right forearm can come down. Those of us down dogging it, go ahead, come back, come on the balls of your feet, really root down through this fingertips and knuckles, and start to open up that left hip. Am I kicking my TV? Good. From here, right? So you just open it, finding strength in that right side. 3 and 2. Inhale, come back to center. Again, those of you with fine spines, you're going to roll it all the way through and step it into crescent. Those of us modifying, drop the knees, start to roll up, strong core, hands on hips, left foot forward. Go ahead and tuck that back toe. I'm cheating here. Tuck that back toe and lift the back leg, the back thigh. Okay, so you're going to kind of go between this right and left hip square situation. So left hip back, right hip forward. Okay, stay here. Again, notice that back knee, how much it bends. That's fine. Keep wrapping the right hip forward. If the knee bends a ton, just notice if you can kick it back, right? Strengthen it out, stretch it out. Good. Wrap the right hip forward. Your back knee might bend. Good. Stretch it back out. 3. Hands can do whatever you need to do. And 2. Good. From here, you can windmill all the way down and step into plank. Those modifying, go ahead, drop that back knee. Again, knees come down. And then exhale into your plank. Okay. For 3 here. And 2. Good. If you need to rest, drop the knees and rest. Otherwise, knees down. Come into your drop belly. Inhale, lift the heart. Shoulders draw back. Inhale. Good. Exhale, right down. You're going to come all the way into your tabletop. Okay, so this is one I love to do. I do it often. It's super good for your paraspinals, those muscles that run all the way up and down the sides of your spine. And at first, remember, the modification can just be to plant the hands and be planted in that left knee. The right foot lifts behind you. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to bring the knee in and let the head drop if you like. Now, to make this harder, those of you who want to go a little more core and a little more flow and energizing, you're actually going to do this from a down dog. You're going to bring the right foot behind you and exhale, curl the knee all the way in. The modification of that is just knees. Now, if you'd like to go a little further here, we can bring that left hand out behind us. Inhale. And we exhale. Bring it in. Okay? Inhale, release. Into stretch. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Lift. Awesome. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to hold this one. We're going to hold it on an inhale. Right? Feel nice and I have a tendency to lift it way up, but keep it hips distance. Hand comes out. Hips are square. 3 and 2. Inhale. Exhale, release. You're going to shake it out, rock it out. Good. From here, that left hand plant, okay, same thing if you're going to do down dog with it. You come up to down dog. Left hand, left knee comes all the way through, okay? You're just going to go back and forth there. Otherwise, we're going to be doing left foot back, right hand lift. Exhale, bring it in. Right? So you're really hugging front and back, top and bottom in this case, of the core. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. Good. Hold it here. Actually, did I say 2 more? Let's do now. Now you hold it. Right? Hold it up. Try not to kick my chair behind me. Good. Toes point down. Hips are square. 3. Really reach out. Head is just neutral. 2. Inhale. Release it. Shake it out. If you need a little break, just go ahead and come on to hero. You can shake it out. Or we're going to go right into flow. So get ready for your flow version or your rest version. You can always come to child's pose. Go ahead, tuck those toes. Bring it up and back, downward facing dog. Good. From here, you can stay or you can glide forward. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Bring it in. Good. You're going to inhale, lift and lengthen through the heart. Maybe you're doing an up dog, releasing the knees there. Exhale, release. Downward facing dog or child or puppy. Reach the hands away from you. Forehead can come down while your hips are high over the knees. And if you like a little more stretch in the arms, go ahead and bring the hands closer together, closer to shoulders width. Stretch them way out. And if you'd like even more, you can bring your elbows down, bring your hands in prayer above you. And then inhale, release that. Go ahead and tuck, or I should say walk your hands back underneath you. We're going to come into our warrior 2. So any way you can get there. Those in down dog, you can bring the right foot back and swing it all the way through. Those in modification, bring your hands to your hips. Walk that right foot forward, tuck the back toe. Drop the back heel, okay? Warrior 2 is one of my favorites for strength, because come on now. You just open up the hips. The legs, a lot of people make this way too short, okay? So it should be like a leg and a half distance. The knee comes right over the ankle. And the knee is also kind of pointing toward the pinky toe. So a lot of people think of that right over the ankle as different. Like some people have it way in. Keep it toward the pinky toe so it's open. Okay, now you're feeling the back edge of the foot. Really dig in. We've already been here like 4 breaths, haven't we? So go ahead and release your hand in opposite directions. You're gazing over the middle finger. Good. Last one since I've been here for a while. And then as you inhale, flip that front palm. You're going to reverse it. Okay, so it's still the same nice strength in the legs. The hand can be at the hip or all the way down the back. 3 more. And 2. Now as we inhale, we're going to come back straight in that leg. Just lean back into your Trikonasana. So lean over into that imaginary counter. You do not have to come forward or back more. I'm going to actually come into that again. Stand up again.
And then lean over just until your body doesn't let you anymore. Mine's about there. And then I come down. See, the goal is not to touch my ankle. The goal is not to touch my toes. Okay, relax the shoulders, kind of squeeze them together in the back. The gaze can be wherever feels comfy, guys. It can be forward at me. It can be open to the top hand. And I want you to just feel the core front and back. This is not like just a back, strengthener, just a core front strengthener. It's a whole core. Root down, lift all the way up. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. Just stay here with me for a minute. Good. We're actually going to just find neutral here. That's it. And then we're going to come to the top of our mat and do it on the other side. And we'll have some fun doing some, actually I might save that for later. Go ahead, root down, lift all the way forward. At the top of your mat, find your mountain, find your neutral, root down, lift all the way up. Inhale. You're going to exhale, full swan dive, all the way down. Those modifying, grab your props. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to down dog, or drop your knees, step back to down dog. Good. Anything you need to do here, or we're going to flow. Inhale, glide forward, high plank, chaturanga, or drop the knees, elbows in, lower down. Inhale, roll up. Right, squeeze those elbows towards you. Really drop the shoulders. Don't hike the shoulders up. Exhale, come all the way back. Downward facing dog. Good. From here, once again, the flowers can bring that left foot all the way through into a warrior two. We're going to drop our knees though, and then bring our hands up, and then step that left foot forward. Tuck the right toe, lift up into our warrior. Good, so drop that back knee. What is this? It's a heel, not a knee. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. So again, hips distant. Pretty wide stance. Edge of the back foot into the mat. Root down, okay? Happy to have you guys find a little, take time to find this first. And then as you're ready, we open up the hands, release the shoulders, reach through the fingertips. Nice long spine. Tailbone reaches down, top of the head reaches up. 3. Good, and 2. As you inhale, flip that front palm and just reverse it. So you find freedom actually in the front body. My legs are super strong right now. You're finding freedom in that upper body. The hand can come to the hips too if you need some more leverage. 3 and 2. As you inhale, come all the way back up. Okay, you're straighten that leg. We're doing a wide-legged trikonasana. You just lean over. Wait till your hip flexors tell you it's enough, or whatever body part tells you it's enough. And then you just open up, right? So you don't have to go all the way down. Especially if you have injury. Please don't. Right? Shoulders hug behind you, the blade, the knee. And 3. And 2. Right? It's all stabilizing here. Root down, lift all the way up. Good. Bring your hands to your hips. If you have turned around backwards and you can't see me, go ahead, flip back towards the video. And we're going to do some sumo squats here. So you actually don't have to be this wide. We're actually going to step off of that right foot or whatever foot you can see me at. And we're going to come into like a hips distance, shoulder distance space. And we're going to inhale. Let me see if I get this right. Inhale, squat it down. And then exhale, come over to one side. And we're going to actually shoot the knee up. So it's going to look something like this. Let me get balanced for a second. So you're actually, let me correct that. You're going to find a sumo squat, right? So it's kind of like wider than hips distance. So that's where we squat. But as you come up, you want to find stability enough to just bring that knee up and hands on either side. Let's keep trying. Exhale. See, I'm making a fool of myself, but you can do whatever you want at home. Okay. Good. So the hands are in prayer, and then exhale to one side. Hands in prayer. Exhale to one side. We're just getting our full body kind of core stabilizer as we're doing some dynamic flow here. Good. 3 and 2. Exhale, squat with me. Remain in the middle. Bring your hands to the center body. Find that mountain almost in a wide-legged stance, right? Start to feel the strength lifted up your legs, up your core. Take 3 breaths here. You can close your eyes. Good. As you inhale, bring it back to center. Step to the top of your mat. Good. Shake it out. You're going to root down. Bring it all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, right down through heart center. Just stay here for another 1. Okay, so find that stable spine. Root down. Lift all the way up. And as you exhale, swan dive all the way down once again. Or modify on your chair. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then as you exhale, step back to down dog. Or drop the knees. Come all the way down to your down dog. Now, we're going to glide into Vashisthasana. So those of you who know this practice and want to do it a couple times, you're going to do that as I show the modifications. So start to walk your toes together. Okay? And again, those of you doing full side plank, we're going to inhale, glide about 3/4 of the way forward. Not in a full plank, because we got to have room to kind of come align our shoulder on top of our wrist. But we're going to come on to that right hand and start to open up, stack the left foot on top of the right and open into your side plank. Now those of you who are modifying, you're just going to drop the knees first. Let that right foot come behind you, so it's kind of like a kickstand. Let the left foot come behind you on the mat. Now it's more like a gate pose, you just open up. Okay, those in full Vashisthasana. If you need a break here, but you're not ready to drop the knee or whatever, you can just drop that top foot. And so what we're going to do, though, is let's make sure the knee is right over the ankle. So scoot your ankle over, okay? Those of you who've been here for a million years, we're just going to exhale back to plank. You can take a rest in down dog, but remember it's the toes together down dog. Toes together. And then you're going to inhale, glide forward 3/4 of the way. Again, those who need to drop the left knee, you're going to drop it and open up. But the rest of us, we're just going to glide over to that left edge, plant the left hand, bring the hand to the hip, open up here. Good, and if you need a break, that right foot steps down, and you keep the hip in that plank pose, right? It's still a plank. 3 and 2. Inhale, back to the center, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you need a break, take it. If you want to flow, inhale, glide forward. Exhale. We are going to come belly down, though. So those who need to take a break, just glide forward onto the belly. Elbows in, lower down. Good. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Good. I'm going to get some room here for a sec. What we're going to do here is take a little break. So bring your hands bring your forehead to your hands. Just place it down. Start to wiggle out the hips. Good. Now from here, what we're going to do is start to really bring our hands wide, and our feet can actually be either hip distance or wider. We're going to keep our head lifted straight. And we're going to inhale, open the heart, okay? Start to bring the hands up and legs up for 5. 4. Good. A little higher. 3, 2. Inhale. Bring everything back. Turn your head to one side this time and release down. Good. You're going to inhale. Come all the way back. Spread those hands out again, okay? If this is too hard for you, the feet will actually be wider. The hips and legs will actually be wider. Go ahead and start to inhale again. Activate the core. Inhale the arms up. Inhale the legs up. Engage.
Starfish, superhero, 3 and 2. Inhale to come back. Turn your head to the opposite side. Just rest. Good. As you inhale, bring the heel toe, the legs together. You're going to heel toe the legs together. Just going to scooch up a little. Same thing with the arms. You're going to bring your arms wide. Keep the legs together, though. This might be a little harder. You can modify if you need to. You're going to start to bring, we're going to keep the toes down, the feet down. You're going to bring the arms up. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale. Good. Inhale. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale. Release down. You can forehead to knees. You can swing bend the knees and bring the feet up to the ceiling. Swing them left to right. Good. Okay. Now from here, we're just going to do a little stretch before the next thing that we do. We're going to turn on to our right side. And stretch out that arm behind you. And we're going to keep the right foot down, okay? You can start to bend this left leg and bring it up. And actually, let's bend it and keep it down. And we're doing the stretch first. So this is actually core activating because it's just for the balance, right? So we're just going to stretch that thigh out a little bit. We did this last night in restorative at the beginning. But I just want to do it in terms of like, yes, a stretch, but also an activation of the core. 3 and 2. Good. And exhale, release. Now go ahead and just come onto your belly and come onto the other side. Stretch out that left hand. Left leg stays down. Inhale, open up. Right, the front body so you can grab that ankle or foot. Feel yourself falling forward and back and catching. Your core catches to help stabilize. Good. As you inhale, roll back to center. We're going to start to come up onto a forearm plank. Now, and then we're going to add on to it just for those who want to go a little deeper, a little more energized. You're going to bring your right forearm, come back to the first side. Bring that right forearm down. You're going to plant the hand pretty strong, like a down dog hand. And then as you bring the right foot in front of you, left foot behind you, okay, so they're actually stacked this time. We're going to inhale and lift the core up, okay? So maybe you just stay here and you're shaking already. I am a little bit, right? And maybe the hand comes up. If you want to go into full start, you're going to lift that back foot up. Good. 3 more here. This is such a good plan to do like every day. Last one, inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to come on down. Go ahead, lean over to the front and then to that other side. You're going to plant the hand, bring onto your forearm so the shoulders right above the ankle. I mean, that's not an ankle, that's an elbow, just for those of you catching me. All right, so which one did we start with? I think it's more stable if right foot is in front, left is in back. So go ahead, find your stability, lift up. You can stay here for 5, or you can bring that arm up, or come into star. 4 more. Good, and 3, and 2. Inhale, back to center. Drop it down. Good. Release here. And then come on up to your either down dog, okay, or your child's pose, or your puppy pose, or your flow. So from here, you can either rest, or you can glide forward some more, okay, and go through a flow if you need to do more cobra. Just take your pick. Let the head be nice and loose wherever you are, right, nice in alignment with the rest of the spine. Good. One more breath here. Just gonna check the time.
Good. From here, we're going to drop onto our bum. So go ahead, come to knees, come to bum. Awesome. From here, if you saw family yoga, Kello and I were doing crab walks. And there's something really good about crab walks. Now, first I'm going to show you modification. You're going to plant your hands behind you, about 1 hand distance behind your butt. Fingers forward, okay? So you're going to drop the feet down, and you're going to lift those hips high, and maybe drop the head, and release. Those who want a little more, we're going to do reverse plank. So the feet actually come together, and the point of reverse plank is to bring the feet all the way down, totally flat. Now go ahead and bring those toes together, bring the toes down, lift into your reverse plank, exhale, release the head. So good. 2 more. Inhale, release it down. Good. Now we're going to come to the opposite. So I'm going to show you a modification for those who need to keep their back in regular alignment. For those of you who want to do some hardcore core, though, I will show you the way. So the modification is here, staying here, and we're going to maybe bring up one foot, maybe bring up the other, and keep the knees bent, okay? A little stronger is to keep it lifted. If you want to release the hands and come into boat, you're going to bring the hands behind the thighs, behind the knees, and you can come up here. And then, of course, the full version is to inhale into your full boat. So take your pick, and let's do 5 more here. Good. You can bring the knees together if that's easier. 4, 3, 2. Good. Inhale, release that. Now, for those who want to do that again or do a different version of that, feel free. But my invitation for all of us is to make it a little more dynamic. So what we're going to do is keep the hands down. We're going to inhale, lean back, straighten out, exhale, flex. Good. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And inhale, release that. We're going to come on to our back. So go ahead and get comfy. Grab a block if you have it, or pillows, firm pillows. Cool. And from here, let me come this back toward me. Do a full body stretch. Okay, full body stretch. Inhale it out. And as you exhale, release the hands down to the side, okay? And bring your knees up into bridge pose. Now from here, we're going to plant the hands, okay? First, for a moment, before we lift up, we're going to just really picture here, with our funky music, this gorgeous white light of strength, right? I was talking about strength earlier, of physical means, but also of emotional. We have to give ourselves self-care every single day. Every day is hard, guys. Every day is hard in regular life, never mind quarantine life. And so we have to give ourselves at least 15 minutes in the morning, at least 15 minutes at the end of the day. But let's do an hour together, shall we? And so we're bringing our hands down, feeling that strength, feeling that nurturing, rooting down. And as we lift up, we're going to inhale. Now you can stay here in your regular bridge, but with feet hips distance, nice and strong, knees over ankles. You're going to inhale, release that right foot. So it's just in line, the legs are in line, right? We're not bringing it up yet. Just in line. 3 and 2. Inhale, bring it back. If you can keep your hips up, you're going to keep that right foot down. Inhale that left foot up. Good. For 3. Good. And 2. As you inhale, bring it back. Exhale, roll everything down. Hands can come behind you if that feels good. Grab your elbows. Good. 2 more. Now from here, you're going to release this. Come back into your bridge version. You're going to scoot the left foot in. Bring the right knee over knee. It's not ankle to knee, it's knee over knee. And you're going to root down and start to lift up and feel the instability here. Right? You might be a little wobbly. Own it, own it. Good. 3 more here. Just really breathing into any new muscles you're working here in this unstable pose. 2. As you inhale, bring the foot way up to the ceiling. Just 1 breath. Exhale, release. All the way down. Go ahead, root down, lift it up again. Oh, I'm sorry. Root down. Bring the left knee to knee. That's easier. Okay. And then from here, you root down. Lift up. Feel the instability. Okay. Breathing all around into it. 3 and 2. Good. On an inhale, lift that leg all the way to the ceiling. And then exhale, release. Come all the way down. Amazing. All right. So from here, you can hug the knees in. You can do whatever you want for the next 5 or so breaths, okay, in terms of like what feels good in your body. Hug the knees in any way that feels good. Good. And then as you exhale, I'm going to hug in the right knee. Start to extend the left foot away from you. Good. Now, if you guys want to do, if you missed last night's restorative thigh stretch, oh my gosh, that'd be a good one to do after this one. If you want to do another hour. I felt so good last night after I did that. Now here, as you hug that right knee and you're going to cross it across the body. See my left foot can actually hook behind my knee pit. And you're going to kind of toggle back and forth between right knee to the floor, right shoulder to the floor. Right knee to the shore. Let's go to the shore, shall we? Right shoulder to the floor. And then as you exhale here, you can stay here. Now those of you who want a deep stretch in the back thigh, you can actually release this right foot. See if you can grab onto that back foot and just kind of come into a little, I don't know what this is called, turtle pose. Just stretching that back thigh, but in a twist. Feels pretty awesome. Good. And as you inhale, release that. Lift it back up. Do anything you need to in the middle, meaning bring your knees together or lift them up or shake the legs out. Good. As you inhale, bring that left knee in. Extend that right leg out. Just kind of pull it in, left and right. Ooh, such good cracks. Such good cracks in the hip. Nice. And as you inhale, draw it across the body and toggle between left shoulder down and left knee towards the right. Okay? So those of you who come to my class who like can't see me in the big class, this is what I talk about when we're doing, you know, left knee down, left shoulder down. You're just toggling back and forth to see which one feels better, like which one feels like you want to stay there, and just find that beautiful balance that your body needs to feel good, to calm down, to wind down. And then if you can bring that right knee, bend it, and grab onto the foot, just a nice little back thigh stretch. Good, last one. You're going to inhale, release that back foot if you have it, roll it back up. Exhale, shake it out. Shake it out. Do whatever feels good here, right? So if you're not used to doing whatever you want, like I always say in my classes, there's a couple options for you. I don't have much room here, but you can come and do a full straddle, like bring your legs all the way out. You can bring one foot at a time to the ceiling, right? So I want you to kind of feel into your own body for the next few breaths and just see what feels good. I don't care if it's a whole nother vinyasa or headstand or something. Okay. Just gonna see if this music calms down here.
Okay, so when you're ready, go ahead and come into your Shavasana shape. Just stay here for a few moments. Go ahead, lay back down onto your back. Right, the hands can be palms up. Relax the shoulders. Relax the breath. I kind of got out of the habit of reminding you of Ujjayi. This is not the time for Ujjayi. It's during the poses when they're hard and a little more strenuous. Inhale. Now you can release the breath. Out the mouth. Relax. 3 and 2. And then as you start to really settle in, lengthen out the neck and windshield wipe the feet. Okay, you can just let everything be held by the earth. Get a blanket over you. Say your mantra to yourself. I am strength. I am fulfilled. I am success. Let everything sink down. If you're noticing you're holding on to anything, release it some more. Let the chest be loose. Let the belly be loose. Let the legs sink in, be held. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishapanchaya Shantaya Nirarambhaya Tejase. Deepen your breath. For those lying down, start to turn the corners of your mouth up. And as you
Deepen the breath, the knees come into the chest, and you roll over to one side. Just kind of rock back and forth before you do that. And feel as the corners of your mouth stay lifted, that you are strong, you are brave, you are courageous, and that you're ready to act now on what you know is right. When you come to your own self, when you come to a quiet space in the morning to work on you, then you know more and more how to act on what is right for you, what is real. And as you roll up to seated, eyes closed, hands together at the heart, let's come together with our voices, joining in or listening. Go ahead, inhale. As I smell the ginger, especially in my blend of turmeric, ginger, and lemon, I'm imagining an energizing sensation or color. Sometimes we use white, but use whatever color feels good to you, flowing up through your body, invigorating, empowering you, and leading you into action today. Okay, so again, that doesn't mean having to do this big, huge thing. It might mean taking one little step towards something you've been wanting to do for a long time. Hopefully the quarantine allows you something different in your routine. You might have kids home, you might have, you know, some of you might be on the front lines, but what can you do to either give yourself the space to take more action and to be more courageous in yourself, or to take one step toward nurturing yourself more. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I will put the link for the turmeric, ginger, and lemon here in this, and we'll upload this to YouTube. Thank you for your donations. Only those who are able and willing to contribute. If you're like me and lost all your gigs, then I don't want anything from you. And thank you just for showing up, no matter who you are, for this community. I love it. I love doing this for me and you. And we'll see you tonight for the last session of the week. Bye-bye.